All right, here we go with vocabulary lesson 9. So I'm going to say the words and then I'm going to explain 9A through 9D for you as a reminder. So first word we have is accumulate, to increase or pile up, aggravate, to make worse or to annoy. Siblings can be aggravating. Conserve, contaminate, diminish, just to make smaller. Drastic, extravagant, frugal, which is careful in spending or using something. Impurity, peril, perpetual, resource, substitute, easy for me to say, sustain, just to keep up or to suffer, and vital. So those are the words, 15 words. Here is 9A. So we're going to use one and only one combination of sentence fragments to complete one accurate and complete sentence. So I can give you a hint. If it starts with a capital letter, it's going to be the beginning. If it does not start with a capital letter, it'll be in the second half. So, as I mentioned earlier, an aggravation is like some siblings, I know mine was anyway, a source of annoyance. So I'm going to double click in the text box and I'm going to write using correct spelling and punctuation because it's all right there. An aggravation is a source of annoyance with a period. So there's my first one. And then here is my second one. So I'm looking for either drastic measures or frugal measures. Drastic measures are those that are extreme in nature. So I'm going to put those two together in one complete sentence. Notice the other half doesn't make sense together. Frugal measures are those that make a situation worse. No, those don't make sense. There's only one correct pairing. So go away. So drastic measures are those, and if I see a red squiggly line underneath, it means I misspelled it. So I need to go back and fix that. Because if you don't, you won't get all of the points. So drastic measures are those that are extreme in nature, with period. So because you are literally copying the words, if you are not spelling them correctly and if you are not adding the punctuation and capitalization, it shows that you're not paying attention to detail and therefore you will not get all the points. So that being said, there's another page with 7 more of these that you get to do on your own. So take these out of here so it doesn't confuse you when you see this. I'm having a rough time with this. There, delete. All right, moving on to 9B. Here, we're going to take the bold words, had to suffer through, and you're going to choose one word from the word list, which can be found over here at the bottom of the page, or the bottom of the slide. And you're going to put the correct word or form of the word on the word list. So many students had to suffer through heat exhaustion after the race. So I'm looking for things that had to suffer through. And none of these really make sense to me. So I'm going to go back up into my word list. And I'm looking for a word that says to suffer through. No. Harmful or dirty. Careful. Severe isn't quite suffering. Aggravate. Loud. Annoyance. Conserve. Contaminate. Diminish. Let's see. Suffer through. Oh, to suffer, to undergo, sustain. So I'm going to go back to my line. Many students, this is in the past tense, so I know it is in the past tense, so I will say sustained heat exhaustion after the race. All right, next. Carmela's mother did not approve of Carmela's wasteful spending of large amounts of money. So I'm looking for a word that means wasteful spending of lots of money. I think that it is extravagant, but I'm going to double check. So I'm going to go back up here and double check. I think extravagant should be, nope, it's on the second slide. Spending or using more than is required. Extravagance, being wasteful or spending more than is necessary. Okay, so I was correct in that it is extravagant. Now I need to find the correct word. Did not approve of Carmela's, and the way this is done is extravagance. And as I look, I see a little red squiggly line. And I'm actually going to put this in the center so I can see that. If this happens and I don't know how to spell it, I can double click on it and then two finger tap. Extravagance. Yes. So if you don't want to look how to spell it down here, use the spell check and have it spelled correctly here. As these are vocabulary words, spelling does matter and will therefore be a part of the points that you gain or do not gain. So take these guys out of here. Moving down to 9C, this is circle the letter or letters. In this case, move the circle. There may be more than one correct answer. So which of the following would conserve water? Well, watering the lawn less often, taking fewer showers, but you still should take some because there's this thing called personal hygiene. Fixing a leaky faucet and turning the faucet off while brushing one's teeth. Yes, it doesn't. The water does not need to run while you're brushing. You put the water on it, you brush, turn off the water, you brush, spit, turn the water on, rinse off, and there you go. And which of the following would diminish one's freedom? Well, being held captive would definitely diminish my freedom. If I had my driver's license taken away, that would diminish my freedom. Being sent to jail would also diminish my freedom because I would be captive there. But being released actually gives me freedom. So you can see some have 3, some have 4, some might only have 1 or 2. That is for 9C. And 9D. No, this is a 2-part. So each group of 4 words contains either 2 synonyms or 2 antonyms. So you're only going to be able to circle 2 words. But you have to circle 2 because if you circle 1, then it's not a pair. Much like wearing a single shoe. If then we circle or move the circle to cover the S if they are synonyms, which mean they mean the same thing, or antonyms if they are opposite. Antonyms are opposite. So things that, interesting. Necessary, safe, drastic, and vital. So necessary means it's needed. Something that is vital, if I need to go check, vital is necessary. Oh, right there. I'm going to come back. And because they mean similar things, similar, like S for synonym, I'm going to move this to cover the S. Aggravate, linger, accumulate, annoy. Well, aggravate and annoy, if we have discussed, or at least I have mentioned in this particular video, also mean the similar thing. Now, some of these could mean opposite things. If they mean opposite, then you're going to move the little circle to cover the A. So that is vocabulary 9A. through 9D. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.